Okay. So, it looks like nobody's here for right now, but I wanted to... Oh, hi Leah. I just wanted to kind of draw and talk about some things tonight. Um, some stuff going on. So I might not check the chat a whole lot, but I'm working on a commission right now. So first off, I want to talk about, instead of making an entire video on this, I wanted to talk about why I delete comments on my channel sometimes. Some people say, like, if you delete comments, you, like, can't take criticism, or, like, you are weak, or whatever, and I don't really believe that, because usually it's just, like, hate comments. So I guess the real point of me talking about this is, like, why I delete hate comments. It's not that I'm really affected by anything that people say on my channel, like choose to say on my channel. I delete comments mostly because of, like, I don't want other people to see that, because I take my channel very seriously, and I have, a lot of, like, younger viewers, and I want my channel to be a place where they can, like, just chill, be themselves, and not have to worry about, like, being bullied or just things going on in the world and that kind of thing. So I kind of, anytime I see a comment that's, like, really negative or just, like, not really necessary, I usually just delete it. If it's, like, directed at me, I mean, like I said, it doesn't really affect me that much. Like, I don't really care about it that much, but I don't really want other people to click on one of my videos and see people being, like, super rude. And I just want my channel to be, like, chill, So, the other thing that I want to talk about is, Blue the Dragon's video that he made today. I don't know if anybody watching this has seen that or not, but I'm going to talk about it because I have a lot to say on it. I am not friends with Blue. I don't know Blue the Dragon. We've never talked, ever. I think he's a good YouTuber. I think he's a cool guy. I watch some of his videos from time to time. But I don't know him. Like, we're not friends or anything. So, if you don't know, I won't spoil a whole lot, but basically, well, I guess I will. Because I need to talk about it. He made a video today, I think, where, like, he was talking about how he took a break from YouTube, and, like, he came back and, like, everybody pretty much was, like, not watching his channel anymore. And he talked about a couple of things where he was talking about, like, he had helped other furry YouTubers, like, get to the top, I guess, or, like, be popular or whatever. And they kind of just ghosted him, and they were like, oh, I didn't get the message, whatever. but like really they just don't care about him at all. And he kind of like helped them, like get famous or whatever, or popular, and ghosted him. So one of the things that I kind of disagreed with him on was the fact that he kind of expects people to, like, I don't know, like he has a lot of subscribers. Like he has, I don't even know, like 1 million something, I don't know. A lot, way more than I do. And I don't know. I don't think he's a bad guy. I don't think that was the intention of the video, of him being like, like, pay attention to me. I don't think it was really like that, but there were times in the video where it kind of seemed that way. Um, so I guess, like, what I'm trying to say is, I don't think he understands how YouTube is now. Because, like, back in the day, he's been on YouTube for a very long time. Like, way longer than I have. And, like, back when it started, he said in his video. And, I respect that. Because, like, I joined YouTube and I made my channel in 2016. And things were very, I don't want to say easy. Because, like, it took me 3 years to build an audience, like, on my channel. I don't want to say it was easy, but like, I guess the algorithm and stuff was easier to like find people, I guess, or like, it was easier to like make content, and possibly like turn it into a job. And when I first started YouTube, I had no intention at all of making YouTube my job. Like, I always thought of it as a hobby. I never thought of it as a job. I know, like, some people are able to turn it into a job, and I think that's what Blue started to do. But he got a real job, and he took, like, a year break or whatever, and it just didn't, like, he came back, and his channel was pretty much, like, dead. Like, he still had a bunch of subs, but he wasn't posting content all that time, and I think people just kind of got tired of waiting, maybe, and just, like, left. Um, but what I was saying, I even left a comment, and I was like, honestly, YouTube is just that way now. Like, it's so hard to get recognized for stuff that you make, even though you pour all your heart and soul into something. People might not even see it. Like, there's no guarantee that people are going to see it. And it's really hard to deal with that sometimes. Because, like, I've had to deal with that myself, where it's like, I worked so hard on this video and, like, no one sees it. Or, like, no one leaves a comment or likes or whatever. And not that I'm complaining, but, like, I know what he's talking about, because, like, even though I have, like, 2,500 subscribers, that doesn't mean anything, because it's not, like, there's only, like, 50 to 100 people that actually routinely watch my videos. And not that I'm, like, complaining about it, but I know what he's talking about when he's like, like, what's going on? Like, people aren't watching my stuff, or they're only watching, like, a few minutes at a time. Like, for example, with my analytics, which I don't really talk about much on this channel, but on my analytics, I only have, like I said, 50 to 100 people that actually watch my videos out of the 200 or 2,500 subs. And, like, on top of that, they only watch like a minute to 2 minutes of a 15-minute long video. So YouTube's not my job. It's just a hobby. I make next to no money off of it at all. Um, but when you're somebody like Blue, who is like trying to turn it into a job with those kind of numbers, I mean, his numbers are higher than mine, but when you're trying to make it into a job and you're only making like, I don't know, like if you've got 1 million subs and you're only getting like 1,000 views on a video, I mean, you can kind of do the math from there, but basically it's like, that's not enough to make it a job, like to be full or part-time, honestly. And that's what he was complaining about in the video, was like, he can't pay the bills. Like, he's worried about like getting kicked out and possibly like deported back to his home country because he can't like afford to pay for a visa to keep him with his boyfriend and stuff, and he can't pay rent. So like, it's a different situation for me because like I don't depend on my YouTube channel to pay my bills. I don't have any bills currently because I live with my parents. Hi, thank you for joining the stream. Sorry, I'm taking a break to answer some things. You have the right to delete the comments. Thank you. Yeah, that's the way I think about it. Like, I have tons of positive comments, so I just like keep those and delete the negative. But anyway, so Blue, like, he's in a different situation where, like, he depends on YouTube. And he said even, like, that was never my intention to make YouTube my job. But at some point, he did set out to make it that. Like, at some point, he was like, okay, I'm going to dedicate my time into making videos on a regular basis, even if it was about stuff that he didn't really care about. It was more just to pay the bills. And that's what I was saying, is like, that's kind of what YouTube has become, is where, like, if you're not making daily content or like weekly or whatever, if you're not on a regular basis of making content, you don't do well. It's just like a fact. And not everybody knows that because they don't have a channel or whatever. But basically, like, he took a year break or whatever, and you really can't do that on YouTube anymore. Like, you can't take a year break without it affecting your channel severely. And that's kind of what happened to him. And I'm not saying like it's a bad thing that he took a break. I'm saying it's a bad thing that YouTube kind of stops recommending creators if they take a break, which is like terrible because a lot of people depend on that money to pay bills like he did. But the thing about the friend, like, I don't know, like, that doesn't surprise me that that happened to him, because I don't mean this bad, but it seems like a lot of people in the furry fandom are like just trying to get followers, like they're trying to be popular. And he was talking about like how having a fursuit like boosts your popularity and stuff. And some people make channels where they're just like just doing cute things, and people would rather watch that than like actual content, I guess. Because he said that he spent a lot of time like editing and recording videos that he was really passionate about, and nobody cared. Like, nobody watched it. And I completely feel that on a personal level, because I've made things in the past where I'm like, oh, this would be really great, you know, and sometimes like I even messed something up filming, and I had to go back and film it again because I really cared about it. And when I posted it, like, it just didn't do well. And I understand, like, everybody subscribes to me for different reasons. Like, some people want to see the art stuff. Some people want to watch my fursuit videos or my convention videos. And then other people just like my Shark Tale stuff, and that's totally fine. But I don't know if he knows that. Like, maybe back when he first started on YouTube, things were different. You know, like it was easier to make YouTube a job because there weren't as many people doing it. And now it's so overrun with trash, is what he called it. Or like people doing the same types of content that everyone else is doing. And that's part of the reason why I don't really make videos specifically on furry topics anymore. Like, I do kind of, but for the most part, I kind of just make videos about stuff that I'm interested in. It's not necessarily like hot topics in the furry fandom. Um, but I mean, everybody's different, so it's like, I don't know. Sorry if it seems like I'm rambling. I thought about making a video on this and then I decided not to because I don't know if people would be interested in that. And I don't want it to be like super ranty. Um but I don't know. What do you guys think about that? If you don't know Blue or you don't support him, that's fine. He brings up a lot of good points, but also I disagree with him. Sorry, my voice cracked. I disagree with him in some areas, and I'm just trying to figure out like the furry YouTube community as a whole, like what is going on, and how can we fix it? I guess. Spill that tea, girl. Hi, Vesper. Why am I subscribed? I honestly have no idea. See, that's what I mean. Like, people subscribe for different reasons. Like, I'm doing an art stream right now, but I just posted, like, 2 fursuit videos recently. So, like, it's just, it's a combination of a bunch of stuff that I love on one channel. Like, I don't depend on YouTube to pay bills, not that I have any yet. I have in the past. But since the creation of my channel, I don't depend on it because I don't think it's never been something that I've viewed as dependable because of how unstable it is and how often things change. Like last year in 2019 when the COPPA thing came up, everybody was freaking out over that because it was worse than Adpocalypse. It was like almost everyone on YouTube was going to get demonetized because they were calling out like kids content, quote unquote, or like what they deemed as kids content, but it wasn't really. Stuff like that happens on YouTube, which does not make for a stable work environment at all, in the slightest. And, you know, even like Vesper and I were freaking out over that because, you know, a normie, like when they look at a fursuit, they probably assume that it's a kid's thing. But the stuff that we talk about in our videos is not kid stuff. Like it might be family friendly. Like you know, we're not like swearing or like talking about nasty stuff, but like it's not directed at kids. It's directed at people our own age for the most part. And luckily, nothing happened. Like, nothing really changed. None of my stuff got marked for kids, thankfully. But, you know, a lot of YouTubers are freaking out over it. And it's just with an unstable environment like that, I don't know how anybody is able to hold a job. And what some people don't understand about having YouTube as your job, it's not their only job. Like, if you take Markiplier, for example, who is one of my favorite YouTubers, even if you don't like him, I'm gonna tell you some facts about his career on YouTube. So, he does not just make money from YouTube alone. He has a clothing brand named Cloak. He has, like, he gets paid to review games sometimes. And he has, like, sponsor deals and things of that nature. Like, game related sponsorships and, like, talking about certain things, certain products. He gets paid to do all that stuff. And I would imagine a small portion of his income comes from YouTube. I think it does for most people. Because if you ever watch YouTube, which you're on YouTube right now, you probably know that, like, people take a second to talk about whoever they're sponsored by. A lot. A lot. Like an overwhelming amount. That looks weird. An overwhelming amount of people are sponsored on YouTube, and most of their income comes from sponsorships or, like, other places, essentially, other than Google AdSense. If you've ever wondered about that, there you go. You can look at any YouTuber, and chances are, if they're a big YouTuber, they're sponsored by someone, by some kind of company, or they have, a brand of sorts. So, all that said, if Blue really wanted to have YouTube as a job, and I don't know the full extent of his history. I think he has been sponsored before. I think he just did a video recently where he was sponsored. But, I don't know. I don't know. I think there are certain things that he could have done that would have boosted his chances of keeping YouTube as a real job. But he took a break, and I don't really feel like he utilized some of the things that other YouTubers do that aren't furry, like just YouTubers in general. So I don't know. If you want to blame somebody, if it's anybody's fault, it's YouTube or, like, Google. Like, the way that they treat their creators and the way that they treat the algorithm and the playing field for everybody is so messed up. It has been messed up since it was created, essentially, because nobody knew how to do this. Nobody sat down and had it all planned out from day one. Everything has been updated and changed on the fly with every passing year that happens. And it makes YouTube a very unstable platform as a whole. And for those reasons, I'm out. um, let's see. Jacksepticeye has a coffee brand now. Yeah, so that's a good example. Like, Jack doesn't just make money from YouTube anymore. He took a break. There you go again. But, like, he can probably afford to because of how much of a following he has. If you look at smaller channels, they almost never take a break because they can't. If they stop making videos, if they stop making content, it's going to have a huge impact on their channel. I think furry YouTubers shouldn't rely completely on furry content, or should incorporate more non-furry things with a furry lens, if that makes sense. Like how I want to do book reviews in fursuit, which is kind of like what I have been doing as well. Like I've made videos on sharks. I've made videos on movies that I like. Like we did a review on the Sonic movie, or like, which I guess is kind of technically still furry, sort of. I've done gameplay in the past. Kaylani and I just did a Minecraft live stream not too long ago. I'm still working out the bugs with that. But I've done gaming videos. I've done videos where I'm talking about video games that I love. And you're right though, it's like all through a furry lens. So like I'll either be wearing a fursuit or the game itself will be something furry related. And sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's like a zombie game or something, which has nothing to do with furries, but it's something that I'm passionate about. In the end, if he was deplatformed, he would have a much harder time. Also, if you only have a furry audience, then that's fine, just less people will be able to relate to you. I'm not at all related with the furry community and personally stay away from it. And you know, that's completely fine. Like, some furry YouTubers don't even really make furry content. Like, they just do everything in a fursuit. But it kind of, by default, just because you're wearing a fursuit, people think, oh, it's furry content, it's a furry channel. And that's not necessarily true, because I've made videos in the past talking about things that have nothing to do with the furry community wearing a fursuit. So it all just depends on people's tastes in things. And yeah. YouTube is like some sharks. If you stop moving, you drown. Yeah, basically, it's become that over time. I'm sorry, I'll get back to drawing now. Um, but yeah, it's definitely become that over time, and it's really unfortunate because it puts a lot of people at a disadvantage of just being able to be recognized for the stuff that they've created. And I'm not saying like necessarily like getting famous, but just like something that you worked really hard on and you put a lot of your time and effort into. YouTube is like crushing that. They're like, we're going to recommend trash over your thing that you worked really hard on, because that's what people apparently want to see over what you worked on. So, haha. I don't know. It's so messed up, and I don't get it. I've tried out, and I talked about this like in my anniversary video where I was talking about like uh where I started. Like when I first started making videos in 2016, I feel like 2016, 2015 was like the height of YouTube popularity where everyone was making a channel. But even then, it was still easier than it is now to make an audience. It has taken me 4 years to even get close to where I'd like to be in like making content. Because for a long time I didn't know what I wanted to even do. Because I started off making anime videos, which we all know YouTube has a very saturated anime niche, I guess. As well as gaming, which I had also tried gaming videos as well, and that didn't work out either. And so I started making furry content when I got my fursuit head. And things took off for me a bit, but the thing is, like, even if you have a fursuit, it doesn't matter always. Which is one of the things that he brought up in the video. Like, if you have a fursuit, like, people are gonna pay attention to you over a video that, he slaved 10 hours editing. And it's like, not necessarily, because, you know, I think it just depends on, like, what people deem worth their time, which has also declined over the past couple years. Like, what people want to watch is usually trash. It's like a train wreck. Like, you can't look away. Hi, Taku. Welcome to me ranting and talking about Blue the Dragon's video. I'm trying to think of what else he talked about in the video. I guess I'll go ahead and say it. So, I have no ill will towards this person, but I remember, like, back in 2017, 2018, there was a furry YouTuber who I liked at first, and then it slowly became apparent that he was just on YouTube for the money. And it became painfully obvious because he would literally, like, beg people for money, like, during streams, and beg people for subs, and Ko-Fi, and Patreon, and all this other stuff. And I think he got to, like, 8,000 subs, and then, well, or 10,000, it was something like that. And then he basically disappeared off of YouTube. Like, he made a bunch of money, cashed out, and left. And to me, like, he had a fursuit also. Like, he kind of used his fursuit to make a bunch of money, and then left. So, people like that, I just don't understand why people do that. I don't know. Like, I used to like him, and then after I realized that was what he was doing, I was like, I don't know about that. But if you know what I'm talking about, I don't know. What does a rabbit nose look like? Like this. In other news, I watched Trolls and Trolls 2 last night for the very first time. And I really liked them. Like, I was afraid that some of the, like, poop and fart jokes would be out of control. But they didn't dwell on it, and it wasn't bad. I actually liked it. Hang on a second. Who's messaging me? Oh. It's just my BF. Anyways, yeah. Trolls 2 and Trolls 1 are pretty good movies. They're not the best, but they're pretty good. Did you put another layer when you changed the opacity? I actually didn't change the opacity. I actually just have, like, a light gray color that I'm working with over here. Like, I just put it on gray. I don't start with black. And then, like, once, this is the sketch, so, like, once I finish the sketch, I will line it with black, which looks like this. But I mean, usually I will lighten this a little bit more. So like I'll turn this down to like 50, so it makes it even lighter. And then, you know, do the do the lining over it. Um, but yeah, I'm still working on the sketch right now. But it's just gray right now that I'm using. Sorry, did that answer your question? Add another layer and trace it. I do everything on a separate layer. So like I'll do the sketch on one with 50% opacity, and then I'll do a layer with line art, a layer with color, and a layer with shading. Like it's all separate. And in case anybody's wondering, this is a commission for someone. Oops. Almost cut her nose off. It's for someone on Telegram. I have been slacking on my commissions lately, so need to really step it up on that. I want to kind of turn them more inward. This is a very rough sketch, by the way. Maybe I should make their eyes closed. No. I don't know. I need to fix the eye. I feel like it's too high up. Some of these reference pictures that they sent me are kind of kinky, so I'm trying not to show them on my stream. So some of this is like from memory from what I looked at, but I'll go back and fix it. This isn't a not safe for work thing that I'm drawing. I'm just saying their reference pictures are questionable. Thank you to everybody who's been watching my videos lately. You guys seem to really like the customer video that I made. Thank you, Vesper, for editing it. But, that video came to me at 3 in the morning when I was laying in bed. I wasn't even thinking about video ideas. It just kind of came to me like in a dream, but I wasn't dreaming. I was just sitting there thinking. That's always when I get my best ideas, when I'm just like chilling in bed trying to sleep, and then I'll just think of like the best idea ever. I don't know about you, Vesper, but that's when I get all my ideas. Either that or in the shower. Sometime. Kinky references. Hi, Coco. I'm drawing my otter persona right now. Sweet. Love otters. Yeah. To draw whiskers or webbed hands, I would just draw the face larger and leave out the rest of the body. I've had a lot of people send me not safe for work references when they didn't like ask me first. I really dislike it when people do that. They don't, I mean, if you ever have a not safe for work reference and your artist asks for a reference, you should probably like ask them like, "Hey, are you comfortable with this, and if they say yes, then send it to them. But that's happened a few times to me. I can't decide if I like this piece or not. It's for, it's like a gift for a friend that my commissioner knows. They were like, "Can you make a bunny and a cat in love?" Like, okay. I think my canines look better than my felines. I think it's all in the snout. Like, I make the snout too long sometimes when I do felines. Hi, Wolfstone. Same though, I'll think of a whole book plot at 3 a.m. Gotta get up to make a note of it. That's literally what I did with the customer video. I was like, oh my gosh, that's a good idea. I need to write that down right now. I wrote it down on my phone, like in the notes section. I'm kind of running out of ideas for videos. I always say, like, if you have an idea for a video, leave me a comment, blah blah blah, and nobody ever does, so I don't know. I need to fix the ears on this rabbit. This is a rough sketch, though. I feel like this one needs to be further behind the other one for it not to look weird. I have really been slacking on my commissions, like I said. I took a week off to watch Shark Week, which was awesome, by the way. And then after Shark Week was over, I was like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna, take another week off. And then I've literally been sitting on my commission queue for like 2 weeks by the time I realized it. And now I'm like, I should probably finish this. What is this hair? Okay, she has like a braid in it. And it's way longer than this. I always like to get normies' perspectives on things because, I mean, I've been a furry since I was like really little, so I can't really think from a normie's point of view, I guess. So I like the input from normies on furry fandom drama. It's really interesting. Okay, so this part is like clipping through her ear. I'm not sure what that's about exactly. How do you draw a braid over under like that? That looks wrong. Hold on. It's kind of like a chain. Okay. Maybe start it here. Okay, so you got, maybe if I flip this around like that. Okay, like this. You won't see part of this, so I don't know. Because it has to, like, link. Why can I not draw a braid? I've drawn a braid before. I guess I could cheat and just do like an X, you know? Like that. Yeah, that sounds good. I think I'm gonna do that. Oops. Okay. I think she has a ponytail, which is throwing me off because I don't know like where the ponytail starts and ends. So you got like this part is like part of her ponytail. So what have y'all been up to lately? Me, I'm trying to be productive today. I already got Kaylani's stickers done. Thank God. Does that look like a braid? I don't know, I tried. I think it'll look more like a braid when I actually like color it. I don't know. How did I do that last time? Like that? No. That? I don't know. I've got loads of video ideas and no time to record. See, I I don't get enough time alone to record sometimes, so when I do, I usually record multiple videos in the same go. Hi, Kaylin. How's your day? Well, I was trying to be productive today. I got a sticker pack done, and now I'm working on this. That looks less weird. Wait, hold on. Like, having it go up like that, like a ponytail. I think people are boycotting poppy furs because at this point, everyone's a poppy fur. Like, anybody can just, like, get a fursuit and make TikToks and do the pop poo fur thing. I don't consider myself a poppy fur because nobody knows me. Like, except at, like, GFM. Nobody knows me, really. But you know what? I'm okay with it. Because I don't really want people to know me. I always thought that'd be weird. Like, you know, if somebody knows you but you don't know them, like, isn't that kind of what being famous is? Or like they have a concept of you, but like not really. That does not look like a braid. Dang it. See, it's supposed to like that. That just looks weird. I'm about to like do the S thing where you go like this. Cause that's basically like the shape. It's just a never-ending one. I don't know, man. No one can seem to agree on exactly what a poppy fur is. I only want to sell my books and then return to the shadows. No popularity, please. I feel like that's something Ree would do. Where she's just like, okay, I created this thing, enjoy it, okay, bye. I think for me, like having a channel and stuff, when I was growing up, nobody ever listened to a word I said. And like now that I'm older, people don't pick on me anymore for the most part because I'm an adult, you know? And now that I'm older and I am more confident about myself, I'm like, listen, I got some tea to spill and I got some things to say, so sit down. Like, I want to share my thoughts with the world. Because I always felt like I had good ideas when I was a kid, but nobody would ever listen to me. And now they do, and that's really nice. That that people actually give a crap about things I have to say. That looks cute. This is gonna be a what's it called? Waist up pick once I get situated. Which I don't usually do for commissions. Because I don't know. I just don't really like doing full bodies. Even though it's not a full body, a half body. Still, but they basically left it up to me, like artist's interpretation. I miss cons. Does anybody else miss cons? I've been thinking about it more lately, and I don't like that. It's making me depressed. I've only drawn a rabbit a few times. I think she has hair too. I'll have to look up what her hair looked like. I think it was just like long and down. This is basically a lesbian bunny cat couple. I wish I could make more Shark Tale videos. I feel like I've covered it all though. That's the only thing. Man, why did I even draw this? You're not even gonna see it. Or this. Which kinda helps, because I thought it looked like trash anyway. Ree was so shocked about being in Odin's video. Yeah, I bet. uh, Caffeine Fox actually knows Odin. I don't know Odin. He read my comment in a live stream once, but I mean, Caffeine's actually like hung out with him and stuff before, and he seems like an okay guy. I don't know though. There's just something I don't like about him. I guess I don't know. I don't know. I don't know him, so I can't really make that judgment. But does this look like a rabbit? I feel like I'm missing something other than that. Halloween's coming. I have been in such a spoop mood lately. I love it. I've been watching scary videos. I watch scary videos all the time, though, not just during Halloween. Okay, what do you think so far? I'm gonna have to like check a reference for her hair and stuff, but let's get spoopy. Get spooped. I'm wanting to like visit you, Vesper, and Kaylani in southern Illinois for Halloween if I can. I really wanna. I thought about like taking a train trip to the middle of nowhere. No. um no, I was thinking about there's a train. I was telling Kaylani about this, Vesper. Uh I was thinking about taking a train in Taylor, Texas that goes all the way to Carbondale, and then y'all can just pick me up, and maybe I could stay with one of you. Maybe. Look at my terrible arm. Whoa, what happened there? I don't know how much it costs. I'm still like looking into that, but yeah, I think that would be a lot of fun. I could really use that right now. Spooky Halloween stream. Yes, we can go ghost hunting. I want to make a Halloween video. I really do. I need to consult with Kaylani about it because I feel like other than ghost hunting, Vesper, I feel like she might have an idea of something we could do for a video. She's always got these little ideas. It was her idea to do the art challenge video, which did very well. So, I don't know. I keep telling her she should be a YouTuber, but she won't listen to me. She's like, I've always wanted to try YouTube. I'm like, why don't you? She's like, I don't know. I just don't think I'd be good at it. I'm like, okay, well, you never know unless you do it. So, yeah. I feel like I need to make her hair long. longer. Much longer. I always tend to make things more like chibified for some reason. Like I just tend to draw smaller for some reason. For some reason. Thank y'all for joining the stream. Sorry if it's a little ranty and boring. It had been a while since I did a stream, and I wanted to talk about the thing with Blue and all that, so I've been wanting to make a Halloween video too, no clue what. Yeah, that's the thing, like, I feel like everybody's done everything, so, like, I don't know. I feel like their necks are way too thick. Thick neck. Okay, now the collar looks weird. What the heck? Let me move this. I remember back when I was in middle school, I lived for trick-or-treating. I always loved going around town. We lived in a small town when I was in middle school, and basically on Halloween we could do whatever we wanted. We basically just run around town. It's amazing that no one got kidnapped. Honestly, because we were in such a small town in Illinois, and I was like, how has no child, and maybe they have, maybe I'm completely wrong. Someone get on that. Has anyone ever been kidnapped from Maroa, Illinois? Because it was an extremely small town, like right outside of Decatur, and basically on Halloween we'd just run all over town, or what little there was. It was so much fun. We used to live, there was a park by my house that was like right next to a graveyard, and we didn't go over there, but like we would always talk about like, oh, it's probably haunted. Like something's gonna happen if you go over there. And I don't think anybody ever did actually go over there, but it was something else. I can never make a symmetrical heart. I miss trick-or-treating. Me too, Vesper, me too. They should have adult trick-or-treating. I know that'd be a little weird, but I'm already weird, so it really doesn't matter. Like, seriously though, like, why can't adults have trick-or-treating too? Like, I want free candy, damn it. Probably because you're old enough to go buy your own candy. But what if you don't have any money, like me? Then what are you supposed to do? Exactly. Sorry if you can hear my fan in the background. It's been so hot lately. Like, crazy hot. It's been like 107, like, all week. We just got rain yesterday after, like, weeks of nothing. It was horrible. But luckily, when I record videos, I have a microphone in my fursuit head, so you can't actually, like, hear it because the microphone's too far away. Getting free candy instead of cheap sale candy the day after. I mean, who doesn't like free stuff? You know, adults and kids like free stuff. So what's the deal? Okay, so I'm gonna change references. I'm sorry if you see anything that offends you. I'm gonna try and zoom in on it. I mean, she is wearing like a dress, so like it's not that bad, but I just need to see her face. Okay, so she has bangs. Gotcha. She's got like anime bangs. You know those anime bangs, Vesper. Been wanting to go to South Padre, which is like a beach. That's about like 3 hours from here, I think. I would put some music on, but I can never tell if it's like louder than me talking or not. I love free candy. Can't wait for winter. Winter? Oh no, we're talking about fall, not winter. Fun fact, we don't really have winter in Texas, which I could not be happier about. Believe you me. Okay, I think I'm gonna redo this ear a little bit. I don't like the way that this looks. I hate everything that you choose to be. I feel like this part has to be like narrower. Maybe. Fall has always been my favorite season. Texas does get fall, which I'm happy about. For sure. Okay, should I make their chains connecting? Would that be cute or weird? I meant to say fall season. Okay, I was about to say winter is not my jam. I hate snow. I lived in Illinois my whole life. I hate snow. Like, that was one thing that I do not miss. while being in Texas. So tell me, like, should I connect the chains in this picture? Would it be cute or weird? I feel like I need to make this bigger. I love how I did on the hair on hers. Like, it looks really good. I think I need to make her muzzle smaller. It looks too big. Or just like make it rounder, maybe? I'm trying to make it rounder. Yeah, like I feel like I made her snout too long. I don't know, I might work with it some more. Now I feel like her neck's too long. I'll move it around. It might be cute. Okay, I'll see what it looks like. We'll try. I'm scared. Wait. Yes, I'm cheating. It's copy paste. It's your best friend. Vesper, I keep thinking of that one thing that you said in in the Pokemon drawing challenge where you were like cuddling with your Pikachu, adorable. Cuddling with your Machoke, kind of weird. I don't know why, but that's just been like stuck in my head lately. Like editing that part was so funny. It made me laugh. Wait, wait, what? Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what I'm talking about. I feel like there's too much of a gap right here. Maybe I could just move these closer together. And then add one. And this is just a rough sketch, so I have a lot of things that I need to fix. Yep. I'm not trying to make this like kinky. That's not what it's supposed to be. I want the outfits to be more like closer to what the ref is. This is cute. I don't remember what she was wearing in the other picture. I don't know. I'm gonna show it to the commissioner and see what they think. Cause it's true. It is. Kinda weird. Says I have 2 viewers right now. It's been an hour? Dang. Okay, this went on a little longer than I expected. I think I'm actually gonna end the stream. Thank you, Vesper, and everybody else who stopped by. Thanks for listening to me ranting about things. I still have a long way to go on this piece, but I don't know. I just wanted to stream. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. No upcoming video ideas yet. Keep an eye out on my community tab on my channel for updates.